What happens when a completely logical, analytical protagonist is thrust into a traditional Xianxia world where cultivators rely on vague metaphors and stubborn traditions rather than basic math, forcing him to approach immortality like an optimized corporate-style engineering project? In Cultivation would be easy if people weren't stupid. Kenny King delivers a brilliant, satirical, and highly addictive masterclass in LitRPG progression fantasy, subverting decades of genre tropes with a sharp-witted protagonist who builds an unyielding wall of cold indifference against the reckless, hot-headed martial artists around him. The narrative centers on an incredibly smart, heavily guarded main character who views the standard face-slapping and blood feuds of sects as pure corporate-style inefficiency. Forced into close proximity with arrogant young masters, overly rigid sect elders, and chaotic localized factions, he treats his system-driven magical advancement like a strict data science problem. While others meditate blindly for centuries, he breaks down energy optimization, localized atmospheric currents, and chemical alchemy ratios to rapidly scale his strength. His goal to quietly study hits a massive wall when the systemic idiocy of local sects breaches his perimeter, dragging him into high-stakes conflicts and heavy political angst. When reckless rivals and destructive beasts target his resources, his clinical restraint completely shatters, unleashing an unhinged, fiercely possessive, touch my laboratory and die protective frenzy. He deploys his meticulously engineered magical arrays and raw system dominance to lock down his estate and utterly annihilate anyone foolish enough to disrupt his calculations. The audiobook experience transforms this clever, comedic progression fantasy into an absolutely addictive auditory ride, utilizing a top-tier narration format that perfectly pairs his deadpan, growly internal monologues with the sheer absurdity of the traditional martial world. Seamlessly blending crunching stat sheets, logical world-building, and satisfying strategic bickering, King delivers a powerhouse narrative of destiny and free will, proving that when a ruthless pragmatist tackles immortality, he will gladly rewrite the laws of magic just to prove everyone else wrong.